Hey, what's up, fam? Michael Diallo McClendon here. One of the reasons I really enjoy living in Nashville is because I have the opportunity to collaborate with some of the most creative people in the entire world. One of those people is Millard Thomas Jr. Now this week, Millard is dropping a video for his song, Sisters with Power. Had a chance to interview him yesterday, and he talked about the inspiration for the song, which he wrote 20 years ago, but he said that now is the time. So I can't wait for you to hear it because the song is empowering for women, and it also gives men a perspective on how blessed, wonderful, and powerful women are. So check out the interview, and I hope you'll also check out some of Millard's work online. Check it out, Sisters with Power by Millard Thomas Jr. I hope you enjoy the interview. Peace. Hello, I'm Michael Diallo McClendon, excited to be here with my good friend Millard Thomas Jr., owner of Run of the Mill Productions, to talk about his new single, Sisters with Power. Mill, how you doing, my brother?
Man, I am totally just grateful, man. Just grateful to be here, man. How's everything with you, sir?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm trying to impress you, bro. You see what I got as my backdrop over here?
I'm looking like, how did you get that?
I'm trying to be a part of the run of the mill team. You know, that's all that is.
You've always been a part of that. That's no problem. That's no doubt. You've always been a part of that.
Well, I'm just excited because you keep dropping great music. And of course, we're talking to you right now today because of your new song, Sisters with Power. Tell us about the song and how it came to be.
Well, I've been trying to get this out. I wrote this. And let me say, I wrote this probably about, we saying probably 20 years ago, at least, if not a little longer, back in Detroit. I wanted to bring it out because of what was going on with the Me First. Oh, is it Me First? You know.
Me Too.
Me Too.
The Me Too movement.
So it hit me. I'm like, I got something for that. So I put out a flyer asking women from, all nationalities, races, to come be a part of it. You didn't have to sing if you want to. I just wanted your face in the place on the video. Put out a flyer probably about maybe 4 or 5 years ago and try to get, and I got phone calls, I got video mail, I got an email, women was excited to be about it. When the time came, only 2 women showed up. I'm like, wow, okay. I said, well, it's no problem. So I let it go. It's been, like I said, it's been a couple of years now, probably about 4 years now. So it just hit me again. It just, you need to just go ahead and drop this. Yeah. Do a video on your own. Just get some pictures. I had a woman that I'm producing right now named Arnisha Coleman. She's working on her stuff. She's R&B artist, is really, really hot. So she went ahead and did the vocals for me. And I have a woman who did the spoken word. You might know her.
What's her name?
Tommy. Is it Tommy Ray? Tommy Ray?
Taomi Ray. Yeah, of course. That's my buddy.
She came and did the spoken word for me, killed it.
She put some fire on it.
Yes. So I got her on video. She's on video doing spoken word in the studio. Arnisha Coleman, she's on a video. She's on the video, and then I just have collective people, pictures of our Black women, the white women, just different races all together. It's just there. I think it's gonna be pretty nice. As they say, when one thing don't work out, it ain't gonna stop you from getting another thing, and I just end up putting another thing, and I think it's really hot. It should come out pretty soon. I'm
excited about it, man, because one thing about the work that you do is you touch on timely issues, and I want to just take a moment to thank you for involving me in the song Someday. I got a lot of great responses from it because the message in that song was so awesome. And so one of the things about you is that you focus on things that need to be talked about and sometimes things that people won't talk about. Because you talked about how you didn't necessarily get the response when it's time to talk about it. But that's the thing about the Me First movement. A lot of women, it's hard to come forth and talk about some of those things that are troubling. So when you started kind of dealing with putting this song together, how did you decide on how to approach it? Because, you know, it is a sensitive subject. Did you just get a download of lyrics? Were you co-writing? How did it come about?
Listen here, like I said, it was 20 years ago at least, and I don't know, you know, it just came to me one day, just write a song with Sisters with Power.
Wow.
And it's just, you know, I believe in, you know, it's just the women have, you know, and most men, if you're a man and you don't know this,
yeah,
women got power, and they got power over us too. Man, if you don't know that by now, so therefore, sisters with power, you know, it's just they have power, and luckily we have a woman that's gonna be in power. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Up,
very soon.
Very soon. So, you know, and she's in the video too. So, you know, I just got a little, you know, so showing her, you know, women with power, you know, just being able to come together.
You talked about the vocalist that you brought in, who's the R&B singer, and you know, I'm looking at all the different instruments. Even though you wrote it 20 years ago, had you already arranged the music, or did you have to then, when you decided to do it, come back and arrange it more recently?
Oh, the music was done. Of course, it had to be upgraded, but nothing really changed. The music was done. Everything was set in place. I just called in a couple of musicians to update the music, to, you know, give it a newer sound. Nothing really changed from the old style to the new styles. Just, you know, I got live drums on there now instead of the MPC drums. Live bass. You know, it's just, you know, so I got everything. When I did it, everything was computerized. I was putting it together and everything was computerized. But now it's a lot liver and better.
Now, of course, I don't want you to play the whole track here because I want people to go and hear it and to see the video. But I do want you to talk about the feel of it because, I mean, last year you were charting on the jazz charts. You produce gospel music. You do a lot of different types of music. So the approach to it, I know, of course, it's an R&B artist. So just before you play it, though, explain some of like the feel. I know the only thing is to hear it, but at the same time, how would you describe the song?
This song right here, I mean, as always, it's a little, you know, me. I gotta have a little jazz in there. You know, that I don't know where my jazz background came from, but my jazzy gospel stuff. But you know, it's R&B flavor. It's just a positive type music. And on the note of you being in Someday, you know, it's starting to get played. The video is being played up north now on a radio show, a radio TV show. They're playing it and the music. I'm telling you, it's crazy. You know, things are coming back around. So yeah, and they want to know who's the voice that's on there too.
Well, I was just glad to be a part of such a powerful message. Again, you know, you always put out great content, something that's inspiring, and we need something like this now. Again, because of the pandemic, because of the fact that, you know, women have power, and people have tried to diminish that power for so many years. So for a brother to be producing something like this speaks to where we all need to be as men. We need to be on the side of making sure our women are able to shine in their brightest light, as opposed to trying to dim it because of insecurities.
Yeah.
And I'm saying all that knowing that you are a father and a husband. And is that reflected? I know when you wrote the song, you may not have already been in those positions, but can you see over time how things have, you know, has your paradigm pretty much always been as solid as it is? Because I always see you interacting well with your wife and with your kids, and it's just, you're a great example of a brother. So was that already a part of who you were, Mill, or did you have to kind of grow in the maturity of some of these things?
No. I you know, it's so funny because I grew, women pretty much, as they would say, raised me. You know what I'm saying? I had men in my life, but me being around so many women, like I call her my sister Joyce, Mary Joyce Carter. Then I had Jill Hamilton. I had, we call it Cuddy. I mean, it's just so many women. And I had men too, you know. I was in that was part of a gospel group I was in at a young age. We were talking like 9, 10 years old, 11, 12, and all the way up till my teenage years. I was in this group, was, you know, mostly women, we had some men in there, Roland and Byron and all of them. Uh, you know, I've been brought up mostly, you know, around women, and I can understand where women would come from and how they did things and how they work things, and me just looking at, okay, they taught me, okay, you don't let no woman do this because this is what they doing, and they do it like this. You know how your sister or a good woman tell you, this girl using you, or this
Right.
woman, she playing you, or you know, she about to do this. So I learned that no different than, you know, so you know, that's how a lot of this stuff when I was young, they brought me up, you know what I'm
They
saying?
put you up on game, as they say, as the
Real
young
quick,
people say.
real quick.
Now, I think you don't like to drop names and things like that, but for people who are seeing this video who aren't familiar with you and people you've collaborated with, work you've done, can you just kind of let people know your hometown and then just some of the different people in the industry that you've collaborated with?
You know, I don't like to do that, but okay, from Detroit, Michigan, born in Ypsilanti, Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor, pretty much Detroit. Who I've been around and been playing for and touring with and all that type of stuff. Mostly gospel. Thomas Whitfield, Commission, Clark Sisters, Daryl Coley, called Uncle Rance. I kick around with him when I was younger. I've been in gospel plays, played for gospel plays. I did my little stint, you know, just other artists. Been around a lot of R&B artists because I used to be working at the #1 radio station in Detroit. So I had relationships with a lot of R&B artists, Stevie Wonder and stuff like that, you know. So you know,
and the thing is, we can tell when we really pay attention to your songwriting and your musicianship and ability to produce that you've been around and you know what you're doing. So I just want you to mention some of that, just so you people who don't know you or not familiar, you will have some inkling, you know, of some of the influences that are part of your life. Because I would imagine, and you help me out if I'm wrong, that some of those relationships inform some of the lyrical style and maybe the compositions that you produce.
yeah, and that's the thing. I never knew that I was going to be doing this. I never thought when I was in high school, you know, I used to be a basketball and track star. And I was in the newspaper for basketball. And I was definitely a newspaper for track. I was supposed to be, you know, running in the Olympics and all that type of stuff. So that's my main focus. My main focus was basketball and track, and you know, trying to stay out of trouble, which I did pretty good. uh, but never thought in a million years I would be doing what I'm doing now, because that wasn't nothing on my radar. I would, you know, I've been at church, going to church. I've been baptized at the age, I think, was 6. You know, I went to church, started out playing the tambourine in the choir stand with my mama sitting next to her. Then next thing you know, I got a little bongo, had between my legs, and you know, and I was still under 5 at the time. I'm playing that, and you know, and then I grew up going. I went up, and believe it or not, it's just from church. Pretty much all. What's the word I'm looking for? Not nationality.
Denomination?
Yeah, all denominational. I done from Kojic to Baptist to AME to CME to, you know, to
Non-denomination.
yeah, I done played for all of them. So wow. You know, I got a gist of how all of them really work. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I did was just play. And next thing I know, Rand came to a church in Rumlis, Community Baptist Church in Rumlis, and I was happened to just be sitting there. He, you know, I got on the drums, and I was young, and I never heard of Rance, and I just jumped on and started playing. And he looked over at me, and he was singing his song, never heard it at all. And I was playing every lick, and I
Mm.
was doing every accent that he had in his song, and I never heard it. He looked and afterward he said, I don't know whose son this is, but how do he know how to play my song?
Wow.
And from then on, me and Rance had a relationship, and I call him Uncle Rance. And then the next person I came across was my father. I call him Mr. Thomas A. Whitfield. A young lady took me to a rehearsal, and from there on, we met, and we just got attached to each other real cool, and he became like a father to me. And at the time I was, and I hate to say it, but at the time I was pretty much homeless right after that. And I didn't let him know that, but he found out. So that was another big thing there. And then, I was cool with Daryl Coley. And then after Tommy left, Daryl stepped in. He was like, "You're not alone." So Daryl became my other father. And every time he came to town, or if I went somewhere, I meet him, and we was there. So it's just like that. After Tommy died, Fred approached me, Fred Hammond, and said, "Hey, what you gonna be doing? What you gonna be playing for now?" I said, "I don't know." And that's the funny part, because Marvin Winans came. He came and said the same thing. What you doing? And it was at this thing in Detroit called at Coble Hall called Gospel Fest. They used to have a thing called Gospel Fest at a Coble Hall. It was a big old thing, and I was backstage with Daryl, and that's where like Fred and Marvin, and Fred hit me up first. So I told Fred, "Yeah, I'll come. Yeah, I'll come to the rehearsal and check y'all out." And Marvin walked up to me and said, "Oh, so you gonna do me like that?" And I'm like, "Marvin, I did." So me and Marvin got this little thing, but we good and stuff like that. And
Right.
I played for him once. So it just from there on, I mean, I did not know. And after Tommy died, I wrote my first song. I didn't even know I could write, because I was just a musician.
Mm.
And when Tommy passed away, I wrote a song, my first song. I was sitting at home on my steps, going to the basement down in Detroit, and I started crying again. And I just said, "Man, if I just had one more day." And one more day hit me so hard. I wrote a song called One More Day.
Wow.
And that song there, dude, is probably one of the greatest songs. It's the first song I ever wrote. It's probably one of the greatest songs that I'll probably ever write. I let Karen Clark hear it. She wanted to sing the song, but she told me, she said, that song, I cried thinking about my mom. She said, "I don't know how you wrote this song, but this song is
Mm.
it's ridiculous. It's that crazy." And I was like, "But go ahead, please sing it." Just go ahead and sing it. But she said she couldn't do it because it brought tears to her eyes, and she wouldn't be able to get through it. So it's a song. I don't know when I would ever put that out, but it's got to be the right person to sing that song. Yeah.
Now, I appreciate your transparency, Mill. You talked about the homelessness and the different people who were father figures in your life. And it kind of brings me to, I know you're not releasing Sunny Days just yet, and we're going to hear a snippet from Sisters with Power, but talk about, just for a moment, because we don't want to get too far from Sisters with Power, but talk about this other song you have called Sunny Days, because we're in the midst of something now where people need to have and hear about sunny days.
Yeah, Sunny Days, another one that came back. I had got on this writing spree back in Detroit when I was younger, and this is probably 20 years ago too. And I'm just coming across stuff that's just, for some reason, all these old songs I got is coming up. So Sunny Days was something I wrote, and I always love that song because it speaks of bring back those sunny days. Let's chase the rain away. Bring back the sunny days. It's not too late. So it's other words, all this hatred. I remember back in the 80s. I mean, wasn't nothing perfect, but I remember back in the 80s, it wasn't all about the shooting and stuff like that. If you had a beef, it was about these. And you would do these and you would go home, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Or, you would just squash it, walk away, don't even see. nowadays it's just, you know, it's guns and I ain't gonna say what else, but y'all know it was what else is going on. But Sunny Days is just something. Let's bring back the 80s where we had Sugar Hill, you know, you know that when you heard that,
Right.
you knew it was a party. Right. I don't care if you was at the park and somebody kicking it out their trunk.
Yeah.
You're gonna get this going on, like, oh yeah. And you didn't have to know the person. Somebody see you dancing, they like, hey, over there, party over there, party over here. It was just a sunny day. It was just something that brought people together.
Yeah.
You don't really have that no more. You know, it's just so much rain, thunder in our lives now because of what's going on. So my thing is, let's bring back the sunny days. Let's chase the rain away. It's not too late. You know what I'm saying? We can do it, you know?
Well, I definitely look forward to that because it's medicinal, it's medicine. It's the type of music we need. And I've been talking too much. Can you give us about a minute of Sisters with Power, just so people can
Sisters
get a
with Power.
Yeah, just about a minute of it because you're about to drop it for real with the video, and I don't want to give them the whole thing. So just give them a taste of Sisters with Power.
All right, I give a taste of Sisters with Power.
There's a new nation that's coming up. We're coming together. So let us be heard, cause our bondage is broken and we are free. We're coming together in unity. There's a new nation that's coming up. It's being united with unity and love. Our bondage is broken and we are free. We're coming together in victory. We are our sisters. We are sisters. Sisters with power. Coming together and loving one another. We are our sisters. We are sisters. Sisters with power. Coming together and loving one another. Every was a sister.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. That's gonna bless a lot of people, Mill. That's gonna bless a lot of people, man. When I think about the type of stuff that's going over the airwaves now, that's going in the other direction, the type of music you're creating, particularly with this song, is the kind of music that empowers people when they're at a low point. You know, you talked about Sunny Days, but I'm talking about Sisters with Power, because so many of our sisters, and we see it as men sometimes who can help, and sometimes sometimes we feel powerless, but whatever gift we have, whatever resources we have, we need to be using it to empower our sisters. So I commend you, man, with reaching back into your catalog and pulling out something that would speak to the hearts of sisters and help them to see a reflection of the power that God put within them, man. This is,
come on, preach. Now you see, try to go preach on me now.
I'm just saying, man. I'm looking forward to the release. Can you let people know now? Do you know when you'll be releasing it, or is it just to come?
I should. Let me see. The day is Tuesday. Look for the release to be at least Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday. I would say probably Thursday evening, about 6, around there.
Wow, man! I'm telling you that's some fertile soil. This is fertile soil for a seed like that to be planted to bless a lot of people. And you as well as I know that right now is a trying time. It's been a trying time for a lot of our sisters who are single mothers, or who just have a lot of things coming at them, who don't have a covering, don't have somebody close that loves them. Same thing is true for a lot of brothers too. We have challenges as well, but our sisters in particular need us to stand in the gap for them. So I can't say enough about the importance of you reaching back in that catalog and saying, you know, letting God use you to pull out something out of the medicine cabinet and say, now is the time to dispense it, because now is the time when people need healing.
Yeah, and I don't want people to, I don't want the brothers to forget, but there is a video out there called As a Black Man too.
Yes.
So, you know, that's for the brothers. So, you know, I brought that out first, brothers. So don't think I forgot about y'all.
No doubt, man. That's one of my favorite hits, man. I love that song. The brother's voice reminds me so much of Donny Hathaway and the jazzy feel to it. Every time I've come to your studio, I've had a blast, whether it's recording, you give me an opportunity to play a role in production, or just being at a gathering with other talented people. It's an anointed space, and even though you call it the dungeon, it's an anointed dungeon down there in the anointed dungeon. So I really appreciate you taking out time to talk about this release, Mill. I can't wait for people to hear it. And just so people know, how will they be able to pick up the song, and how can they find out more about what you're doing and things you've already done?
Well, if they want to pick up the song, and say, I was just doing it, just like you said, to inspire, to motivate, and to not just congratulate, but to let the women know there's men out here that understand, you know, and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm always willing to, if somebody would like a copy of it, all they have to do is contact me, email me, or I'm on Facebook, let me know, because I'm gonna drop it on Facebook. So if you watch it on Facebook or on YouTube, just send me a message that, hey, I want a copy of that. I don't have a problem with, you know, I want to uplift somebody. You know, a sister might want to hear, understand, I do have power. And it, like the Bible say, if I can save one.
That's it. That's it. Now, how can they find you on Facebook, though, Mill?
Oh, Millard Thomas Jr.
Millard Thomas Jr.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And they'll see the logo that's behind you. They'll see the Mills Run of the Mill Music Group. And they'll see that logo, and that they know that's me. It's not my picture up there, it's the logo that's up there. Now there's, from my understanding, there's a couple Millard Thomases, but I think I'm only Millard Thomas Jr., maybe. But just look for the logo if you get mixed up.
And if they're interested in talking to you about possibly production and things of that nature,
hit me up. Just hit me up.
Then you'll message on Facebook and you'll respond.
Yep. Or if they listening, my studio number is very easy. Y'all listen here now. It's very easy. 615 RECLIVE. Record live. That's my number to the studio.
I ask you that when we get out. My question is, how did you get that number? But I'm gonna have to ask you that once we conclude. Well, Mill, I just want to say, man, I'm always inspired when I talk to you creatively. And I think God always gets in the room when we give him praise, not only through our gifts, but just by lifting him up. The word says he inhabits the praises of his people. So please continue to use your gift to be a blessing to God and to others. And I can't wait to hear Sisters with Power as well as Sunny Days. Before I let you go, is there anything else you would like to share with sisters? Just an inspiring word in terms of staying strong and standing strong in these times.
I'll put it like this. Sisters, my sisters. Oh my God. You got to hear Tomei. What's that? I can't.
Naomi Ray.
Tomei, when y'all hear her and her spoken word in Sisters, she breaks out wide. My sisters, my sisters. Oh my gosh, she hit hard.
That's my buddy.
Well, my thing of it is, sisters, y'all about to take a step higher than what. See, y'all already been there.
Yeah.
People been trying to keep y'all down, but y'all already been there. But now y'all about to be raised to another level, because when that VP get in that office, come on now.
That's it.
Y'all see, y'all gonna be something to reckon with, because you know sister girl ain't gonna take no mess, and then y'all gonna step up. But don't be so hard on the brothers and sisters, please. Don't be so hard on the brothers when y'all get more power than y'all got now.
Oh my goodness.
Woo! Lord Jesus, we love you. We love you. I love you. Yeah.
Well, Mill, again, man, I appreciate you, and for everybody that's watching, look out for the music, for the video, find out about Naomi Ray, and also what's the lead vocalist's name one more time, Mill?
Her name is Arnisha Coleman.
Arnisha Coleman, yeah. So look out for Arnisha Coleman. Look out for Naomi Ray. Contact Mill if you love what you hear, or if you want to
contact you, because you can get in touch with me too.
Yeah, y'all can contact me as well, because you'll see this on both of our Facebook pages and perhaps on YouTube and other places. But we've definitely enjoyed having this conversation, and you all tuning in. That music will be dropping real soon. So look forward to hearing Sisters with Power. And until next time, have a blessed day and walk in the power that you've been given by our Almighty God.
I'll leave you with that.
God bless you, man.
Bless you too, Doc.
The flowers have bloomed, the grass is so green, God is good to me. It's been a long night, and I've worked till the sun came up. Early in the morning, the coffee's on brewing, the bacon is sizzling, the day is gonna be right. So